I thought, all right, this is a start. So I get to introduce a lot of language to them and definitions of words. Well, I said, I don't want to just, kids don't know what values are. That makes no sense. We don't talk about values in the normal sense. But I was raised around women. I had an older sister. My mom was a single mom for a while. And it always broke my heart when any woman in my life said that she didn't feel beautiful. And I was like, that's tragic, right? Just from a be who you are and being able to feel beautiful and confident. First. Exactly. And I was like, if there's a gift that I can give my daughters, it is that when they grow up, they feel beautiful. We all struggle with a lot of different things. There's a lot of devils and angels on our shoulders that are screaming in our ears. But if I can help them do that, then I will. So I thought, all right, here's the idea. If I get to define the English language, I get to define what beautiful means to my girls. So I said, beautiful isn't looks. That's pretty. That's for things. That's temporary. That stuff fades. Beautiful is how you feel. And then I had to break it down to a very basic level for them to say, all right, well, what do I want them to be? So I thought, what am I sick of in the world? Number one thing that I was sick of is people using fear to control other people. It is exhausting. I mean, and it's always been like, this isn't a new trick, but I feel like we've perfected it recently.
Yeah. Big time.
And it's used in, of course, it's used in politics, always has been, but it's also used in marketing, and it's also used in sales, and it's also used by parents. We make our kids afraid of something when we want a desired reaction.
That's true. I can relate.
I am guilty of that sometimes.
Yeah. It's bedtime. Lucy the bear's outside. Oh, geez, I'm saying that out loud, right? Better go to bed.
That must be a Canadian thing. We don't have bears.
Yeah, that's a Canadian thing. It may just be our household thing.
But we do. And it's not to say that fear doesn't exist. It absolutely exists. But I'm just tired of people using it to control others. So I said, all right, the first thing I want my girls to do is I want them to be brave. I want them to understand fear and be able to overcome their challenges with courage. All right. The next thing I was tired of was just the lack of critical thought. Across the board, we've got devices that we just sit in front of all the time. We digest any sort of information that comes in. We don't question it. And it's just like we're walking zombies. No, I want my daughters to be able to have critical thought. I want them to use their creativity. I want them to ask why. I want them to seek out information. I want them to be curious. I want them to be creative. Put any word behind that. I want them to think.
Yeah.
I want to raise them to be smart. And then the last one that I'm tired of in the world is just the lack of kindness. I don't know. This might be a generational thing where we thought everybody was kind as a kid and now everybody isn't. But you look at the world and it's not that there's no kindness. There is an abundance of kindness. I find kind people all over the place. And I also find that every situation that we come up to that has become any kind of large issue in society, there's a severe lack of kindness, severe lack of empathy or sympathy or listening or gratitude or name any place where you need to treat people in a certain way and how you need to treat yourself. So I said, how you treat others and how you treat yourself is, I want to teach my girls to be kind. So I said, from the age that Alex was 4 to Emmeline 2, and Joey's just been raised with it, I said, beautiful means 3 things and 3 things only. It means to be brave, it means to be smart, it means to be kind. And if we can put things through those filters and ask the right questions in the right moments and understand values from a framework of here's how we're positive, here's how we're negative, here's how we fail, here's how we succeed, well, then we actually get to be raised with very specific values and with a little bit more intention as opposed to just doing it on accident. So then I had to define those words at a 4-year-old level of what it means to be brave, smart, and kind. And as they've gotten older, those definitions have shifted. And as they even get into adulthood, here's what I found is that putting that back into leadership stuff, every single person's values, no matter what word, find any value that you can possibly think of, and it's either how we overcome, how we critically think, or how we treat others and treat ourselves. Every single value is, at a foundational level, brave, smart, and kind. So it's beyond children. Now it's what do I define brave as in my world? What do I define as smart? What do I define as kind? And if I'm able to stay in that balance and in that positive zone, well, then I am living a life of values. And if I'm able to do that with my kids, and we fuck it up along the way, and we'll ask the right questions, and we'll learn to apologize, and we will learn to do it together as a family. But sorry, long answer to a short question. It's those three things to say, let's look at what are the courageous choices that we need to make here. What are we afraid of? What are the questions we need to ask? What do we think about this? Who do we need to talk to? Who do we trust? All of that. And then, all right, well, how do we affect people? Who do we affect? Let's ask those questions. And if we can get through those filters, then at least we've got a starting point to make the right choices.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed that clip and you want to watch the full unedited episode, go ahead and click over here. And while you're at it, don't forget to subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. Thanks so much.